There's been some peak of interest lately because we are now starting lake lots. There's a lake in Chelsea Acres. We started pre-selling some of the Chelsea Acre lake lots. For those people that are looking for a little more space from your neighbors in a community, this community offers that. And I think it might be one of the biggest reasons why people choose this neighborhood over others is because some of those 100-foot lots, I mean, you've got a big yard and a lot of space.
It's not every day you hear the words DR Horton and Lake Lot in the same sentence, but that's exactly what's coming here to Chelsea Acres, one of the greater Birmingham area's most popular new build communities. In today's video, I sat down with my friend Michael Smith with DR Horton to learn a little bit more about the lots coming here to this lake, what you can build on them, and why Chelsea Acres continues to be a sought-after community. All right, Michael, tell us about Chelsea Acres.
All right, yeah, so Chelsea Acres is probably one of our most sought out after communities. Really and truly, we can't build that homes fast enough before they're sold.
Yeah.
It's rare that we have a completed spec that makes it to completion before we write a contract. That's how sought after Chelsea Acres is.
Has it been that way for a while? I know you've been selling in this neighborhood for a while.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, there's been some peak of interest lately because we are now starting lake lots.
Oh.
So there's a lake in Chelsea Acres. We started pre-selling some of the Chelsea Acre lake lots, and just the community itself is just so different than other communities because not only the lake, but a lot of the lots back up to tree line.
Okay.
And a lot of people really like the fact of the privacy of the tree line.
Yeah, and so we're off of 280. It's about 5 minutes off of Highway 280, and it's far, like it's very quiet in this neighborhood, and having nothing but trees behind you instead of neighbors is a big selling point, right?
Correct.
Okay, so this neighborhood started as an express series and a traditional series, and you tell me that it's going to be moving purely to traditional from basically here on out. What are the differences in floor plans, in the styles, and really in the buyers that you see coming in for Express and Tradition series?
So we have two different style communities. We have Express, we have Tradition. There's different features among the two different style communities or style homes. Your Express is a little more entry level or people downsizing. Tradition's got a little more higher quality items throughout the house, makes it a little more attractive, but the price point's higher. Chelsea Acres is a blend of the two, but we're on the last phase of Express floor plans, and then the rest of Chelsea Acres is actually transitioning to Tradition only.
Okay.
So the price point will be a little bit higher. The cool thing about Chelsea Acres is there's 3 different lot sizes that Chelsea Acres has. There's 60-foot lots, 80-foot lots, and 100-foot lots. For those people that are looking for a little more space from your neighbors in a community, this community offers that, and I think it might be one of the biggest reasons why people choose this neighborhood over others is because some of those 100-foot lots, I mean, you've got a big yard and a lot of space.
Yeah. Is that bigger side yard and bigger backyard, like further set back? Or?
Yeah, so typically when we talk about 60, 80 to 100 is going to be the width, how wide. Now the depth is completely dependent upon what the lot offers.
Yeah.
So sometimes there's not much of a backyard, and then sometimes there's big yards. It just completely depends on what the lot gives us.
Yeah, and we're here talking today in the Destin floor plan. That's part of the Tradition series, so that's still going to be available. It's, according to my research, there were 57 sales in Chelsea Acres 2025, and 1 out of every 4 was a Destin floor plan. So, like, what is it about this Destin floor plan that's so popular?
Yeah, it's just the fact that it's so open. It is a entertaining style home for those people who have a lot of family members and a lot of people that they want to, bring over and invite, and they don't want to feel crammed in on each other in a living room or kitchen.
Yeah.
This offers it. It's a wide open floor plan where you can see everybody. Kids can run. You can see, and a lot of people just love the fact that it is just so open.
Yeah. And what are some of the choices here at a Destin floor plan? What are some things that you can choose between?
Yeah, so typically with us, within a Destin, you can pick your countertop. So we do have granite countertops. We also have quartz countertop, which we just started doing. You can also pick your floor color.
Yeah.
We have 3 color choices of floor.
Okay.
So that's also an option that someone could choose from.
And then we've got the potential for upgrades that you can choose. This sort of depends on what sort of sales promotions you've got going on. But things like a refrigerator, a washer and a dryer, gutters, blinds. And more, like, as of this moment, are you aware of like sort of what the promotions are? I know my wife and I bought a Horton home. Is perfect for our situation.
Yep.
And we got 2 upgrades.
Yep.
And we chose blinds and gutters for the house. And I'm glad that we made that decision. Is that pretty popular?
Yep. So right now it's the same. Right now we're still offering 2 free options. But we actually are running a promotion right now. It's like a red tag promotion for select homes, which is typically the completed homes, a $15K your way.
Okay, $15K from DR Horton to the buyer. So what are some situations, like what have you seen people doing with that $15,000?
Yep, so what I've seen is, so they're covering their closing costs. They're taking $5,000 and covering their closing costs, and that leaves them $10,000 left over.
Okay.
So they've been either selecting more options and getting those for free and covering prepaids, or they've even been applying it to a 2-1 buy down.
Okay.
All
right, let's pull that back. All right, so you've got your down payment that most people think about. You can, for a FHA, as little as 3.5. For conventional, you can do 3%. Of course, USDA. This is a USDA eligible area. So USDA and VA veterans, those are both 0% down. So most people, you think, okay, well, I need to save for my down payment. Well, that can be as little as 3.5%. This is primarily conventional or FHA. There's been a few VA last year, a few USDA, but it's mostly conventional and FHA financing. And your lender can explain the differences in those. But you've got that down payment, and then there are additional costs. And we tend to talk about those as closing costs.
Yep.
So these can be things like title fees, attorney fees, sewer letter fees. There's all different kinds of little fees, like Ticketmaster. There's just fee after fee after fee. But a lot of small fees that stack up. So that $5,000 can go a long way to offset that. So you're just really focusing on saving for your down payment.
Correct.
And now people are using that there's an average. Most of the concessions amounts in this neighborhood last year was about $5,000 given to the buyer that they could use to offset some of those closing costs. That's a really good offer.
Yes. Because when you're thinking down payment, but then you're also got to factor in closing costs, which could add $5,000 to that. We're taking that away and we're paying that for the buyer.
Yeah, and that's important for buyers that I've helped move into not just DR Horton neighborhoods, but other new construction neighborhoods as well. Is, there's a lot of people that watch this channel that are relocating from out of the state, out of the market. And moving costs are very, very high. So that savings can go a long way for people. So I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
You're good.
Tell us, like we're 5th graders, what a 2-1 buy down is, because now we've gone from down payment money to closing cost money. Now we're talking about the interest rates, which is on everybody's mind. So what does that look like?
So for us right now at this current moment, we are at, for government loans, your FHA, VA, USDA, they are getting a 4.99 interest rate. Okay. So with that, a 2-1 buy down, what that does is it buys down the interest rate by 2%. So a 4.99 For the first year would be technically a 2.99. And then for the second year, it would be a 3.99. And then year 3 through 30 would be a 3.99 interest rate.
Yeah, that's bananas. I know as of today, we're in mid-January.
Yeah.
And I think rates right now are like 5.6 to 5.9.
Yeah.
And so the way that works is, DR Horton buys these buy downs wholesale, and then offers these incentives to their buyer because they bought the ability to loan at these lower rates. They've bought the ability to do that wholesale, and now they are giving that to buyers. And I mean, that can save you. I mean, how much money per month are we talking that some of these people are saving?
Yeah, I mean, it could depend. The one of the scenarios I saw this weekend was their initial first year was about $1,500 a month, and then for the first year, and then the second year was like $1,750, and then the third year was like $1,900 a month.
So like 15, 16, 1,700, we'll call it something like that. And but that's for probably like a $340,000 to $360,000 house.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to be able to find that anywhere else. I mean, for something that's 360, 365, I mean, you're talking just going a conventional route or bringing, a different lender that's not DHI mortgage. You're going to be looking at probably $2,200 to $2,500 a month.
Just think about it, how it was a few years back. To tell someone right now that you have an ability to get a 2.99 rate,
right,
it's crazy.
And what we've seen from like just survey data for buyers is that most people have said if interest rates were to come down into the low fives, that would unlock a significant amount of inventory. Mainly all these people that were lucky enough to purchase when rates were 2.5 or 3, even 4%. So the ability to offer that where you cannot get it anywhere else.
Yep.
It allows you to really take a look at what you're putting down. Okay, like you're putting the down payment money down, that money's gone. So you can look at different options on how much you put down. Is it 3.5%, 5, 10, 20? But then you also get the benefit of help with your closing costs, and also that rate buy down, and that effect is having 30 years of effect.
Correct.
Where most buy downs, it's really maybe help you for 1, maybe 2 years. So that's pretty incredible. Tell us, how long have you been selling in Chelsea Acres, and who are the people that you're meeting, the buyers that you're able to meet? Who are those people? Where are they coming from? Why are they coming here? Yeah,
so Chelsea Acres has been going for a little over 2 years. Mm-hmm. The biggest thing is we're definitely helping first-time home buyers. That's a definite, just because of all that we do to help buyers. But I'm seeing a lot of people downsizing. Coming from communities where they're, selling their $1 million homes and coming and buying cash for a Destin floor plan on a lake lot. It's absolutely crazy. So really and truly, the sky's the limit. We're seeing all kinds of buyers, from first-time home buyers to very well-off buyers wanting to downsize and purchase what we have. It's a very special place.
Yeah. And they're coming for low maintenance. Mm-hmm. They're coming because the price is something achievable for them, probably easier for most. And then they're coming for it being brand new and low maintenance. Also, they get to make custom selections on a few items. How much longer do you think it will be that construction will be ongoing in this neighborhood? That might be an impossible question to answer, but I'm just wondering if you got a ballpark.
Yeah, I mean, if I was to guess, and again, it is a guess, I'd say we probably got another couple years in here.
Okay. Is this one of the bigger DR Horton communities around Greater Birmingham?
This is one of the bigger ones. Doss Ferry would be another
Kimberly,
bigger one.
North Jefferson.
Yep.
Okay, so we've got down payment, closing cost assistance, we've got mortgage rate buy down, and what most people want to know when they're buying a new home is how much time is it going to take once I decide on a home, and is any of this work warranted?
Yeah.
What do you got?
Yeah. So if you purchase from us, again, weather dependent, let's say you wanted to buy a lot and start from scratch, typically 3 to 4 months, just depending on the weather, depending on the size of the house. So a pretty relatively quick turnaround. The cool thing with new construction that I really love is the backing of the investment with the warranties.
Okay.
So we have a 1, 2, 10 warranty, a 1-year builder bumper to bumper warranty, 2-year what's behind the walls, plumbing, electrical, duct work, and then a 10-year foundation and structure warranty.
Okay. All right. So for first-time buyers and for people that are starting families, we are zoned for Chelsea Schools. Is that a selling point for this neighborhood?
Absolutely. Chelsea Schools is a highly sought after school district in the Birmingham area.
Okay, great. And speaking of kids, there's a playground just over here and a pool. Talk to us about sort of these shared community features here.
Yeah, so Chelsea Acres is cool because it does have the pool. It has a pool for the community. Also has a splash pad built in with the pool, so that for those with little kids, it's a perfect place for them. There's also a playground which is right next to the pool as well, and it's a good sized playground. And most of the time, Chelsea Acres is such a family community. You're going to see kids playing pool. You're going to see people at the pool. You're going to see kids riding their bikes up and down the sidewalks and people walking their dogs. It's definitely a family community.
And there's sidewalks everywhere, cul-de-sacs that sort of, I mean, there's limited just straight highways.
Correct.
So I don't imagine that there's people just like going 40 miles per hour through the highways.
Yeah.
Here in this
No,
neighborhood.
there's a ton of cul-de-sacs.
Yeah.
A ton of cul-de-sacs.
So people that, pushing strollers, walking, it's a good community for that.
Yep, 100%.
And what do you think about Chelsea as a suburb? We're about 25 minutes south of downtown Birmingham. What are your thoughts on this area, Chelsea?
I love it. I think it's growing. You see there's an entertainment district coming to Chelsea. It's a place that is, really just accelerated in growth. It's 25, 30 minutes from Birmingham, which makes it really not that far of a commute. And then out here you get, a little more, bang for your buck.
Yep. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Be sure to subscribe for more. If I can help you buy your first home, downsize, or relocate to the greater Birmingham area, you'll find my contact information in the description. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.